Well, alrighty, fellas. Good morning, good morning. How are we doing today? My voice is still a little raspy, so I apologize. Don't know if today's stream will be super long, but there's a lot of fun stuff to talk about. First things first, let's go ahead and actually go check out. I did a big flip, fellas. Got ourselves a nice little shiny flip that sold. The guy bought a bunch of, like 3 flips for 3 million, sold them all for around 4 million. One of those has officially sold, so we can collect that 4 million yen from the PC. That's always a satisfying day. And then on top of that, other than that, we're gonna be doing some rare shiny hunting today. This is the 50,000 celebration stream for 50k subs. So thank you all so much for joining me on this journey. I always have talked about how the end game goal for me on YouTube is to one day reach 100k subs. Hopefully by providing PokeMMO, useful guides and helpful content, and even some entertaining stuff to watch in the background while you guys grind. That's always been the goal. So if I can one day achieve that, the fact that I'm, halfway there, that's amazing to me. Someone said, would you ever consider doing the trade up challenge again, but on an alt account? So for those who don't know, the trade up challenge was when I, what did I take? I think I went and I caught 1 Magikarp in the Kanto Safari Zone, and then I traded that Magikarp up in value. I don't know what my final, did I reach like 800k or something like 1 mil? But I ended up trading up to a shiny. I forget. I ended up trading up in value quite a bit, which is really, really cool, like from a 40k or so Magikarp. But some people took issue with the challenge because I did it on my main account. But I always talk about how, like, when I did that at the time, a lot of people don't realize I was at like 10 to 15,000 subs at the time when I did that. So I was much less known. But I didn't finish that challenge until I was already at like 30,000 subs. So it was finished and recorded at 10 to 15k, but posted at like 30,000 subs, if that makes sense. So I was much less known, but still, whenever someone mentioned they knew me in the trade chat and everything, I immediately said, oh, I can't trade you, I'm sorry. So there was a ton of stipulations with that. However, I don't think trade chat or trading up like that is really a relevant thing anymore. That was kind of a relic of the past, I don't think trade chat is active enough to be able to do something like that, but I could be wrong. Now, I think flipping challenges using the GTL from like 1k or 10k or even 1 million Pokeyen, whatever you want to start with, I think those, and a lot of YouTubers, a lot of PokeMMO tubers do those. So I think flipping challenges are kind of the way to go if you want to do something like that, in my opinion. But without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and start my honey tree route. We're gonna go ahead and get that taken care of kind of casually, see if we can get lucky. And then I'm actually gonna do some breeding for profit, some small breeding for profit, to see if we can get some cool shinies. And then we'll probably just go do some single encounters over at the Sudowoodo spot in Sinnoh. Here, this will probably be one of the stream recaps where I actually talk I wouldn't say not a lot about PokeMMO, but I have some other things to sort of debrief and talk about. It's my bachelor weekend, which is kind of fun, I ended up going to a rage room, which I super recommend. Oh my god, it was just way more fun than I expected. What I will say is you don't need as much time as you would think you would need. Like we did it for 20 minutes, and after 10 minutes, dude, we were all gassed. We were all so exhausted. It is such a physical activity. It's honestly just great for exercise. It's totally fine to get like 10 minutes, 5 to 15 minutes, like depending on who you are. Super fun, super recommend rage rooms. That was a super blast, great bachelor activity. Unironically, most of what we spent our time doing on my bachelor party was sitting around the living room playing PS2. And this was like the most fun. Oh, it was so great, dude. We played Guitar Hero. We played Dig Dug from like a Namco collection, like an old, arcade Atari game. And then we played a game called Freaky Flyers, underrated, like comedy-based Diddy Kong-esque arcade racing flyer game. That game was so fun. Really difficult racing game, and we kind of just got obsessed with it as a group and worked on getting through Freaky Flyers. Underrated hidden gem PS2 game. Hey Pat, I used an obscure money making method from one of your old videos, made a quick 500,000 Pokeyen, and found a shiny as well. Dude, still in your first region. Do you mind if I ask what that money making? It's so cool. I always tell people, if you're looking for money making methods, go check out my old videos. The PokeMMO economy constantly cycles and rubber bands back and forth, where like certain things will become really good money making methods, and then everybody goes and does them, and then they become not as good, but then 3 months later they switch off someone else, and now it becomes really good. Like old forgotten methods can become extremely good again, given certain market standpoints and like certain whenever supply and demand allows that method to be super good. Check them out. It wasn't that obscure, but you mentioned about selling Nincada. Yes, dude, I want to do a video on that. Nincadas. Oh, speaking of selling Candies, dude, look at this. 3,500 base price? You're kidding. And you can sell these as boxes. If you know someone who is hunting for shiny Shedinja, or you can find someone who needs a consistent supply of Shedinja, sell them as boxes to someone, man. And you could sell them for like 3K a piece really fairly in boxes. So it'd be 60 times, you know, 3K. One box of Nincada, you're going to sell for 180K a piece. You could catch them pretty quickly. Pretty solid, dude. I did that in Hoenn while stuck at the gym. It's so sick that it's like a pretty like early game money making method, you know, like that's that. Yeah, the Nincada stuff, that's pretty cool. A shiny Basculin used Final Gambit, and that was my first shiny encounter. I'm sorry to hear it, man. That is absolutely tragic. Shiny Basculin is one of the actually like shockingly hardest shinies to prepare for. You need a high level ghost type, man. Did my game just freeze? I don't have that happen very often. Get yourself a high level ghost type Pokemon. So a like Spirit Tomb, it makes it so they can't the Final Gambit won't go off. It won't kill the Basculin. Now I'm gonna cut my honey tree route a little short since I already kind of came to this location. We're gonna go ahead and just do these 2 trees, and we'll go over to a daycare and do a little bit of breeding for profit. Mostly just breeding for fun shiny chance, honestly. Okay, until my internet stabilizes, we're just gonna head over to Sinnoh and just do some single encounters, so I don't have to like super think about. I was like having to deal with internet issues and trying to breed for profit or breed for rare shinies can be a little too mentally consuming. Let's go hit up the spot, man. This spot's just phenomenal. We're gonna pop lures. For those who have never seen me shunt here, I shunt here all the time. 5% chance for Sudowoodo, Breloom, Mr. Mime, and there's one other Pokemon, Scyther here. There's some super great stuff. For breeding a shiny Wobbuffet down to Why Not with Incense, the description says it's a chance if it actually is guaranteed. Will it give me my OT? If you, I mean, it depends on if the, you know, the Wobbuffet is your OT. If you have an OT Wobbuffet and you're breeding it down into a Why Not, the description says it's a chance. It should 100% come out Why Not. If you use like the Incense and you breed down a Wobbuffet, like a baby Pokemon, any baby Pokemon, if you breed it down with an Incense, it should 100% come out as a baby. And the breed will show you that in the preview menu. And it will also show you your OT. Now, if you need a breeding guide specifically for shiny breeding, for keeping OT, if you Google, I do have a video on that. If you Google shiny breeding guide PokeMMO. If you go 100K dry, remember the Shreddingly request? I tried to, man. One of my favorite Twitch rewards was that someone redeemed a Twitch reward that was like, hey, this, I may never get the payoff from this, but next time you go 100,000 dry on a shiny hunt, catch the 100,000th Pokemon and send that to me. So that'll be a cool one. If I could get 100K dry, it would at least, you know, achieve something. Pokemon might be my favorite game of all time at this point. The MMORPG aspects, the market, the simplicity, big fan. It does a great job, man, of just taking traditional Pokemon and adding extra elements to make it more complicated and allowing you, just having that same nostalgia feel, but adding on top of it, you know, where I feel like a lot of other Pokemon MMOs kind of do a different art style and get rid of that and totally warp that nostalgia feel. And then kind of do other MMO aspects for better or for worse, which can be better or can be worse. I definitely obviously love PokeMMO. Do you find people selling boxes through the forums? The best place to find Ditto box and like trade Ditto boxes as quick as possible, unironically, is my Discord. Now that's through no fault of my own. That's just through the incredible community there, the people there, the traders. Like I see the most success, the fastest trades and buys, sells and buys of Ditto boxes in my Discord for sure. I just wish there was more group content like dungeons or something. Raids are a good start. Yep, that's like the general sentiment. I think that's super fair. Super fair take, and that seems to be the general populist sentiment. I see a lot of people in chat today asking about next region and about like future content in PokeMMO. I want to first address, we just got a new region within 6 to 8 months ago, right, with Johto. PokeMMO has historically added a new region every 2 to 4 years. So when the game released in 2012, it was just Fire Red, right? It was just Gen 1. And then in 2015, 3 years later, we got Gen 3, aka Hoenn. Then in 2017, we got Unova, aka Gen 5. Then in 2019, we got Sinnoh, aka Gen 4. And then in 2023, I believe, right? 2023, 2020, yeah, I think, right? We got Johto. Feels so long ago now. We got Johto. Just Gen 2. So we have generations 1 through 5. They consistently released new regions every 2 to 4 years. Now, will Kalos come in the next 2 to 4 years? I think closer to the 4-year mark, if it does come that soon. I would say probably not. I've been saying for a long time that I think, and it seems like the devs share this sentiment by the way they talk on the forums, they are focusing more on end game content, raids, dungeons, cooperative activities. They are focusing on that. Not the next region, not the next, you know, just buffer to fill out the game storyline runs. Now, I think something that they could do for the storyline run players, which I've talked about before, is just prestiging storylines and adding new game plus. That's been a huge topic of interest recently. It probably wouldn't even be that difficult of an update, but it depends. It could be a huge update if they have to go through and rebalance everything and like redo all levels, like on the new game plus, make it more difficult. That would be a lot. But we'll have to see. So there's a lot that could be done in PokeMMO, but keep in mind, it's a small dev team, guys. Like, it's 5 to 8 people, I believe. Be patient. It takes a long time to do all this stuff, and everybody wants everything so fast, but you can only do so much in so much amount of time. Once you get deep enough into the game, you realize there's almost too much content to do currently. Absolutely. PokeMMO is very much an MMO in the sense that you literally cannot do all the content in the game within a human lifespan. It's actually not possible. Now, it's also a game where you have to set your own goals. So if you're not great at that, it's definitely gonna be a tough game for you. But hopefully I have some videos that will help you set your own goals. It's super important. How do randoms in PvP works? Randoms are fantastic, man. It's a great beginner format. You have to like adapt and learn a ton, but randoms essentially gives you a team of 6 random Pokemon with like different sets and items that are a little more predetermined and pre-balanced. And then different Pokemon in randoms have different levels to make it more balanced, for example. So things like, as you can see, like Rotom Heat will be level 75. Or like an Ampharos will be level 80. A lot of these higher tier ones are kind of, but you'll see things like Garchomp will be like level 63, right? Versus an unknown will be like level 100, which is kind of cool, I feel like, to make those Pokemon a little more balanced. Randoms is a fantastic format. Randoms is largely a format about concealing information and making good predictions, but not over predicting. I really do recommend randoms. I have a bunch of randoms PvP videos on my channel. It's a fantastic format to jump into and just try to learn. If you lose 20 games in a row at randoms, or you lose when you're trying to learn PvP, don't worry about it. Like, it's tough. It's easy to say and hard to feel, but like, if you're trying to learn PvP, just don't worry about losing. Just worry about taking one little positive from each game on how to improve. It's an uphill battle, and it's a tough battle to learn PvP in PokeMMO. How excited for you for the raids update on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm not usually one to get excited before things happen, because I like to because otherwise I get like too, I don't know, excited or I could be let down or whatever. I like to like just like on the day of be super excited, but like I'm definitely a 10. Like raids are arguably the most important update for the longevity of PokeMMO. Like one of the most important, if not the most important. People have been asking for some sort of endgame PVM type of content to entertain players and give players that go-to endgame thing for years, since like 2015, man. This is a 9-year thing in the process. Like, this is one of the biggest updates Pokemon will ever get, is permanent raids releasing. Now, you have to be a little careful with randoms, because randoms can teach you some bad things as well. You're gonna see like Swords Dance Ludicolo in randoms, and it's not quite, Ludicolo is more of a special attacker, so keep that in mind. But it's a fun way to just learn some of the basics, and also just learn. Randoms is great at teaching information concealing and mental games. Randoms is so much mental versus physical team play, I would say. I'm a noob and I started a week ago. I'm trying to breed a Breloom with poison, heal, ability. Anything special I have to do? I think it should just be a 50-50 chance, I believe, for it to come out with that. Now, yeah, it's Effect Spore or Poison. You don't want hidden ability access on it. Yeah, the Shroomish, it's just a 50-50 chance. When you have this situation, you could also pay 35k for an ability pill. Sometimes that's the better option. Sometimes it's more expensive and it's better to just rebreed it. So kind of just whatever works best for you, dude. And alrighty, you know what, chat? I went ahead and I bred these 2 Pokemon for profit to prove that you could breed for profit, and that breeding for profit is super good right now. And I could just go sell these for 120, 140k a piece, but I'm fine on Pokeyen. You guys have been super generous. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give these away to some of my viewers. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go hide somewhere in PokeMMO, and the first one to seek me out, I'm gonna hide at a secret location off camera. First one to find me is gonna get one of these of their choice. All right, I'm officially hidden. Let's see who can find me and how quick. I'd be really impressed if someone found me in this spot quickly. This is a tough one. Any region, I am on channel 4. Channel 4, any region is up for grabs. Can you guess where I'm at based on this location? The first person to trade me will get either the Rotom or the Beldum of their choice. Oh my god, someone's already here. I bet they're trading me. It's gotta be It's Baba Bobby finding me in the underground pathway in Kanto. Other people making it here. Just the Beldum Master could have won himself a Patrouski OT Beldum. Which one do you want, Baba Bobby? Which one do you want? That you guys nailed that. Kanto, yeah. The underground in Kanto. We had a lot of Gen 1 fans. A lot of crazy aggressive. We all knew. I thought this was going to be a good spot, but you guys crushed this. You guys crushed it. Where is Baba Bobby in chat? Which one do you want, man? The Rotom or the Beldum? We'll do one more of these guys and give away the other. Hide and seek. Hide and seek is so fun in PokeMMO. Underrated activity. Rotom, please. Gotcha. Of course, dude. Thank you guys for participating. I think stuff like this is wicked fun. Oh, good work. You guys nailed that. You guys actually just crushed it. I can't believe how fast you were able to find me. Even with the GBA, I always turn my GBA zoom levels on when I do stuff like this. That was seriously impressive. All right, I'm gonna hide one more time. Okay, I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this spot's kind of filthy. Some people might get this immediately. I don't know, but this spot seems filthy to me. If you showed me this, I would never get this in a million years. I would never guess this location. So, next person to find me gets the Beldum. Where am I, guys? Where am I? I'm on channel 2. I'll give you the channel. Channel 2. Channel 2. PokeMMO players be like, okay, these 2 pixels looked familiar. Here's your location. Yeah, 5.421 is your x-axis. Yeah, 69.144 is your y. Omega lol easy? No way. You guys are cracked. How much Pokemon do you guys play? I don't think I've ever been to the... No way! It's Bobby again! He's a fucking mapper, dude. This guy 100% makes maps for fucking Pokemon ROM hacks or something. And the Beldum Master was so close. Dude, you know what? Here, Beldum Master, where you at? You got so close. You were second place twice in a row. You were second place. Bobby, you getting it twice is insane. Beldum Master, you were second place twice in a row. I'll give you 200k for that. Because that's impressive. That's impressive. Dude, Pokemon, yeah, the Pokemon GeoGuessers, you guys nailed that. That was wild. That was seriously impressive. I would have never gotten this spot in a million. I didn't know this spot existed. Like, I'm a shiny hunter, man. Maybe this is obvious. This is like the fairy location for but like not for like it's down here at Battle Frontier in Hoenn, right? You have to go through this little... I've never placed foot in this ever. Like... Your location was visible in top corner. Guys, I F12'd. I had it hidden, guys. I'm pretty sure I could watch I always F12, guys. Whenever I do these challenges. But yeah, I couldn't believe... You guys killed that. I can't believe you guys did the right. This is some sick drip, Tally. The shiny Altaria with this outfit, I like this a lot. Not that it's a fashion contest or anything, but this is an easy like 9.8, man. Creative. I like it, dude. Good shit. This shiny Wurmple looks kind of sick. I only saw it for a second. For whatever reason, that shiny Wurmple inspired me to want to go to Petalburg Woods. So you know what? That's what we're going to do, fellas. One of the best single encounter shunt spots in the game. Let's head over. We also have a chance at Entei, right? I'm trying to think. No. It's Johto and Kanto, right? For the... Why did I think? Never mind, I got distracted. Dude, it's a Monday for me. Technically Tuesday, but it feels like Monday for me. Does Brave Nature work for Mienshao for PvE? For PvE, probably. For PvP, I would say definitely not. You really need every inch of speed on Mienshao. I'm pretty sure it's like what, 90 or so speed, maybe lower? Oh, wait, really? Mienshao is faster than I expected, but I feel like generally you still go at it or Jolly on it. Do you go Jolly to outspeed non-Scarf Garchomp? I don't even know, actually. Mienshao is one of those Pokemon I'm probably the least experienced with. Super unique, really interesting PvP Pokemon, dude. Regenerator, a fighting type with Regenerator and U-turn and like Fake Out and high jump kick and like it's a weird Drain Punch. Weird Pokemon, super weird Pokemon, but very neat. Really cool niches and really cool like certain cores for certain teams. All right, here we are in Petalburg. Wish me luck, fellas. We should be hitting 57k today, which is neat. There's a Trico to start us off. That's got to be good luck. Do you think it's better to do the Shedinja hunt XPing them via hordes or using XP candies? Dude, so I'm not an expert Shedinja hunter. I could be wrong, but XP candies are a game changer for Shedinja. I think if you're going to do the Shedinja hunt, you bite the bullet and you make it a really expensive hunt, because it's already an expensive hunt, like buying all the Nintedas, right? Like, what's the math? So the Shedinja hunt has changed dramatically since the addition of XP Candies, right? It's already like, fuck, sorry, mistype, 30,000 times 35, let's say 3k per average per Ninkata. It's already a super expensive hunt, being like 100 mil or so, right? It's around the same cost of an egg hunt. However, you have to do this 20 times, right? So if you do this via oh, how disgusting. No, sorry, that's not, if you do hordes, you're gonna get 20 tentacruel shinies on the way to it, right? Which is insane and super time consuming to do all that. I would use Candies, man. It's gonna be more expensive to use Candies, but it's going to save you 20 shiny hunts. Like, it's gonna save you so much time. It's ridiculous. Yeah, speaking of XP candies, what are their prices? I have a bunch of XP candy larges that were 5k a little bit ago. They still are. Why are mediums around the same price? That's kind of crazy, actually, versus large. How much XP do you need for one Ninkata to get to level 20? I'm not totally sure. But, yeah, that's a lot. Damn, Skid. That's kind of super high. I'm not going to lie. 300k for a Ninkata box? That seems really, really, really high, man. I'm going to be super honest. Like, the way that I would price a Ninkata box is I would check the base price. Well, I'm going to buy some up, honestly. I might do some Shedinja hunting for fun, dude. At this dry, might as well, you know? But if Ninkatas would go for around 3,400 a piece, right? What I would do is I would go ahead and calculate 3,400 times, or you would do, I would knock off 400 to 500 to split the middle of the listing fees. I would do 60 times 3k a piece. I would buy Ninkata boxes for like 180, 200k personally. 300k seems super, but I guess you're paying for them to level them, I guess, up to 8 to 19. Now, I wouldn't know enough about that, to be fair, so maybe that's worth it. It's a pretty interesting idea. Yeah, this is an insane statistic, right? So normally doing Ninkatas is between 20, maybe 40 encounters per hour. Using Candies, you can get 180 counters per hour. That is insane. Yeah, XP Candies seem like by far the way to go for Shedinja hunting, man. You get way more encounters per hour. You won't get shiny tentacruels, and but it costs more money. That's super, super worth it. What's so special about the Pokemon you're shunting? Dude, honestly, not much. Like, really, the reason why people shunt anything in PokeMMO is because it's fun. It's you like it. You only shunt Pokemon you generally like or want to collect, right? You're not shiny hunting in PokeMMO to like sell it off for profit or like do some crazy hustle business, right? It's for the love of the game. It's for the love of the different colored pixels, you know? Have you seen starter alpha prices? Have they gone up? That would actually be super sick. I'm not gonna lie. That would be pretty cool to see. Let's check it out, dude. For those who don't know, alpha starters were a limited time release, okay? They only were released once. You got one per account. Holy shit. And they've all like 3 times or quadrupled in prices. That is big market news. Holy shit, dude. These were like all 5 mil a piece a week ago. Holy that's insane. If you invested in alpha starters, you made out like a goddamn bandit. These were 300 to 500k at the time of the event. Like, oh my, you have no idea. Like, these were released during the first 10-year anniversary event within PokeMMO, and you only got one per account. I did it on 2 accounts, and I did get 2 of them, but I think I sold off both for like 1.2 mil or some shit at the time. That is wild. Talk about an investment. Obviously, they're being bought out and manipulated, but like, if one person is buying them out, the supply is so low, you can't really fix it. Like, if it's bought, it's bought. Damn, it's a super limited thing. That is really, really impressive. Do you think Pokemon will be around in 10 years? As long as they keep making good market, as long as like inflation, as long as the market survives, I think Pokemon will survive. I think Pokemon is a loved enough franchise, and if there's still some Pokemon MMO fans at all, right, and the market survives, I think the game will be good. That is crazy, man. Alpha starters, that's super crazy. It's so cool to see. I have 3 alpha starters, 5 times 31 natured. Unfortunately, they are all evolved. That's like saying, yeah, you know, I have like $1 billion in stocks, but like only 900 million is in Apple, and then the other 100 million is in like fucking some like failing stock. And it's like, dude, you're killing it. What do you mean? What do you mean? Unfortunately, they're all evolved, dude. You're balling out. It's an incredible flex, Harry G. Dude, 57,000 encounters, by the way. I kind of missed it, but you know what? Still solid enough. Speaking of off PokeMMO topics, dude, have you guys played the new Pokemon Go update? I'm not gonna lie, I actually really like it. The visual change, so that now that like every single fight has like trees and stuff and like different environments in the background, dude, I would load up Pokemon Go just to like, I don't know, maybe it's a small thing, but like as a shiny hunter, I love that stuff. Visual changes and changing up your environment when you've seen the same Pokemon or the same encounter for tens of thousands of times, it's a game changer. Like the mental aspect of, oh, this looks different and it's a little more refreshing is a big deal. Yeah, the day-night shading, yeah. Like, unironically, like, I was reaching a point in Pokemon Go where I was kind of bored of catching the same Pokemon over and over again and, like, kind of weaning off of it. But this update, just being a visual update, makes me want to play the game more. It's a very simple thing, but mentally it affects players, and I'm willing to acknowledge that it affects me, you know? Like, it makes me a little more refreshed. It makes me want to play a little bit more. So I would check it out, man. The little environment they add, I think it's a lot of fun. I have a mental block with MMO right now. Like, I know it won't be around forever, so I feel like I'm wasting my time. This is actually, dude, maybe this is dramatic. I feel like what you just said is one of the most important mental things that we have to overcome in our entire life, right? Because, I mean, this is so dramatic, but it's true. Like, what you're dealing with right there is just the fear of things not being infinite. You could say the same for life. Like, that same exact sentence or feeling is vapid or void, in my opinion, because it's the same as, you know, you're not going to live forever, right? You're not going to live forever. So sorry to bring that up to you guys, but it's a good thing because it means everything is just meaningful to however you make it meaningful. Everything is meaningful for how you feel. Your feelings are valid, and just having the most fun you can in life is generally the goal for most people. If you're enjoying your time, you're never wasting it. That's how I feel. You could disagree. That's fine. If you are enjoying your time spent on Earth, it's never wasted, in my opinion. I want most people to hopefully get around to something like that, you know? But it's good to, when you feel stuff like that, Shuckle, try to logically check it. Those emotions are very, very normal for humans, but you have to like mentally check them or logically check them, with things like, you know what, that could be said for anything, right? Like, oh, the sun's gonna blow up the world one day, so therefore nothing I do matters. Like, what does that do though? What does thinking like that accomplish? Nothing, right? It's better to do what you can do what is in your control, do the best you can do right now. If you worry too much about the past or the future, you don't live in the current, right? It's one of the biggest problems all of us have. So it's funny that a little PokeMMO, a little video game thing could be exacerbated to all of that overarching life stuff, but it's super true. So just try to have fun in the moment, try to enjoy yourself, plan for the future the best you can to make responsible choices, but at the same time, having fun in the moment is most people's day-to-day, and just do what you can do. You know, do the best you can to have fun, man. So yeah, have fun playing Pokemon, man. Enjoy yourself. Play whatever game brings you happiness. Anyways, that is going to put me on a 2.5-hour stream or so today, guys. My throat is killing me, so I am going to have to call it today, guys. I apologize, but thank you for watching. It's been a fun stream. A lot of different topics. A lot of it. Hopefully, it's been informative, helpful. Whether you agree with me, disagree, I appreciate your time, and I hope it was still a fun time. That's what I care about, right? So, like the video if you enjoyed it. Dislike if not. Subscribe to the channel for daily videos. Follow me on Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below for updates on my content. I respect it, Porky. And if you want to go above and beyond and support my content, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo are all down below. They help out a ton. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go rest my throat. Give me some tea or something. See you guys later. Peace, Reno. Hey, thanks so much for watching the entire video all the way to the end. I really appreciate that, and I hope it was a positive asset to your day. And I also want to quickly say extra thank you to everybody whose name is on this list and goes above and beyond and allows me to do what I do. Thank you very much. Have a good one.